Good morning, students. How are you? Today we are going to see Geography Lesson 4. Geography Lesson 4, Maps. Maps. Students, imagine that if you are traveling long distance in your car, you feel hungry. You want to find out some hotel. How can you find out the hotel? Nowadays we have cell phone, right? So using Google map we can find out the hotel easily, right? In the same manner, the sailors were traveling long distance in sea. They want to find out some new places. After finding the new places, they have to mark it. So for that purpose, they have drawn a map. We can call them as a cartographer. Okay, students? This map can be helpful them too for future purpose, not only for them and then other sailors too.
Students, already we have learnt about the globe and their advantages, right? A globe can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole. But is this possible to study a particular place in globe? It's very difficult, no? So, for this purpose, we can use map. When we want to study only a part of the earth as about our country, states, districts, cities, towns, villages, if we want to study particular place, we can use map. Cartographer. A person who draw map is called cartographer. Cartographer shows the curved surface of the earth on a flat map. This is known as map projection. Map. The term map is derived from the Latin word mappa. Map has been used for thousands of years for many purposes and mainly to help people get from one place to another. Students, what is a map? A map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface or a part of it drawing on a flat surface according to a scale. What is a map? A map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface or a part of it drawing on a flat surface according to a scale. Students, you just imagine this is a ball. Now you cut this ball with a knife and try to flatten it. But it is impossible to flatten a round shape completely, right? We can't get more information about that particular place in a globe, right? Students, actually maps are useful to us for various purposes. One map shows small area and some few facts about that areas. And another map contains many facts as a big book. We can call as a atlas. A book of map is called atlas. Maps provide more information than a globe, right? In globe we can identify the places, but there are different types of map like political maps, physical map, topographical map, climatic map, tourist map, thematic map. See students, in our book we discussed some of them like physical maps, political maps and thematic maps. Physical maps. Physical map means map showing natural features of the earth like mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, oceans. These are all the major landforms of the earth, right? We can see these major landforms in the physical map. This is called physical or relief map. First, physical map or relief maps. These maps show the various landforms. Do you know the various landforms of the earth? Mountains, rivers, desert, lakes, plateaus, plains, etc. So these are all the various landforms. So we can see these types of places in physical maps. They give a clear view of the terrain of a particular area and use different color to depict different landforms. For example, in map we can use dark brown for mountain. Dark brown indicate mountain. Light brown means plateaus. We can use yellow color for desert region, and then we can use green color for plain. Next, political maps. These maps show continents, countries and state along with their borders. Like two countries, in between that border we can see in this political map. And major cities also. Cities are normally shown as a dots, and various countries are depicted using different colors. Thematic maps. These maps gives us details of certain themes or topics such as rainfall, vegetation, industry or minerals found in various regions. So these types of information we can get from this thematic map. Next topic, components of maps. There are three types of components of maps. They are distance, direction and symbol. What are the three components of maps? There are three components of maps. They are distance, direction and symbol. Students, we have this question in our book bag. 2 mark. What are the three components of maps? There are three components of maps. They are distance, direction and symbol. Next topic, distance. Maps or drawings, right now, which reduce the entire world or the part of the world in a sheet of paper. Map means in a paper we can reduce the size of the world or a part of the world. Or we can say maps are drawn to reduce scales. Scale is used to measure the distance, right? But this reduction is done very carefully so that the distance between the places is real, because the distance between the places is real. So we have to make it very carefully. It can be only possible when a small scale, that means a small distance on paper represent a large distance on the ground. That is small distance on paper, it represent the large distance on the ground. We have one definition for scale. A map scale is a statement of the relationship between distance on a map and the distance in real life. That means scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. What is the definition for scale? Scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. Map drawing is made according to the scale. It will be an exact copy of the real object, but it will be smaller or larger than the real object. Large scale map. When a small area like your village or town is to be shown on the paper, then we use large scale, that is 5 centimeter on the map. Map shows 500 meter only on the ground. This is known as large scale map. It refers to maps with relatively large representative fractions. It shows a small area of the earth in great detail. What is large scale map? A large scale map shows a small area of the earth in a great detail. Next, small scale map. When large area like continents or countries are to be shown on the paper, then we use small scale map. For example, 5 centimeter on the map shows 500 kilometer. See, in large scale, 5 centimeter equal to 500 meter. But in small scale, 5 centimeter equal to 500 kilometer on the ground. It is called small scale map. It refers with a relatively small representative fraction. It shows large area in less detail. What is small scale? Small scale map shows large area, that means continent or countries, in less detail. Next topic, direction. Students, most maps contain an arrow marked with the letter N at the upper right hand corner. This arrow shows the north direction. It is called the north line. When you know the north, you can easily find out the other directions: east, west, and south. Actually, there are four major directions: north, south, east, west. They are called cardinal points. See, other four intermediate directions are northwest, northeast, southwest, and southeast. We can say northeast NE, northwest NW, southwest SW, southeast SE. We can locate any places more accurately with the help of these intermediate directions. What are intermediate directions? Northeast, northwest, southeast, and southwest. These are all called intermediate direction. North, south, east, west are called cardinal points. Students, do you know the downside picture? What is this? This is compass. We can find out the direction of a place with the help of a compass. It is an instrument used to find out the main directions. And its magnetic needle always point towards north-south direction. It always pointed towards north-south directions. Students, shall we do an activity now using directions? See this page. Look at the picture on the next page and draw according to the instruction given below. See, they are giving one picture. We should draw these pictures according to the instruction, according to that given instruction. Shall we read the question now? First question, draw a pond in the northeast direction. So we should know the northeast direction first. Then only we can draw pond in that area, right? Second question, draw tents in the east and west. So in east and west direction, we should draw one tent. East side one, west side one. And then third, draw a waterfall in the northwest. First we have to find out the northwest direction. After that we can draw waterfall, right? Fourth point, draw some balls and tires in the southwest direction. So we should find southwest direction first. After that we can draw small balls and tires. Next, fifth question, draw a picnic table with goodles to eat in the south. In south side of the picture, we should draw picnic table. Then sixth question, draw a tree swing in the southeast. So after finding out the southeast direction, we can draw a tree in that area. Then seventh question, draw some rocks and flowers in the north. North side we should draw some flowers and rocks. Students, this is the picture they given. First you should write the directions: north, south, west, then east. Subdirections: northeast, southeast, southwest, then northwest. See, what is the question? First question, draw a pond in the northeast direction. Which is northeast? This only, no? So you have to draw some pond here. Then draw tents in the east and west direction. This is east, so you draw here one tent, and then in west side one tent. Then third question, draw waterfall in the northwest. This only northwest, so you draw some waterfall here. Then draw some balls and tires in southwest. This only southwest. So here you can draw some balls and tires. Then fifth question, draw a picnic table with goodles to eat in the south. This is south, so you can draw some table here. Next, draw a tree swing in the southeast. This is only southeast now. So here you draw some trees. You draw some tree. Then seventh question, draw some rocks and flowers in the north. This only north. So here you should draw some flower and rock. Okay, students? Okay, students, remaining lesson we will learn in our next class. Now we can recall this lesson map up to the topic direction. Okay? Map. A map is a graphical representation of the earth drawn on a flat surface. There are various kinds of maps that show many regions around the world in a great detail. Next one, Atlas. Atlas is a book. An atlas is a book containing maps. It contains different kinds of maps like a continent map, countries map, etc. It provides information about the physical and political features of the world. Now we are going to see types of maps. There are three types of maps: physical or relief maps, political maps, thematic maps. Physical maps. Physical maps means these maps show the various landform of a region, such as mountains, rivers, desert, lakes, and so on. Like that, political map shows continent, countries, states, along with their borders and major cities. Thematic map. It gives us detail of certain themes or topics such as rainfall, vegetation, industries, or minerals found in various regions. There are three factors in map making. One is direction, second one scale, third one key. Directions. The four main directions, north, south, east, west, are called cardinal directions. There are some other directions like northeast, southeast, northwest, southwest. These are called subdirections. Scale. Maps are normally drawn to scale. Map scale refers to the ratio between distance on a map and the corresponding distance on the ground. For example, 1 is to 1 lakh. That means 1 centimeter on map is equal to 1 kilometer on the ground. Okay, students, now it's time for book reading. Lesson 4, Maps. You have learnt in the previous chapter about the advantages of a globe. However, globe has limitations as well. A globe can be useful when we want to study the earth as a whole. But when we want to study only a part of the earth, as about our country, states, districts, towns, and villages, it is of little help. In such a situation, we use maps. A map is a representation or a drawing of the earth's surface, or a part of it drawing on a flat surface according to a scale. But it is impossible to flatten a round shape completely. We find that maps are useful to us for various purposes. One map shows a small area and a few facts. Another map may contain as many facts as a big book. When many maps are put together, we get an atlas. Atlases are of various sizes, measurements drawn on different scales. Maps provide more information than a globe. They are different types. Some of them are described below. First one, physical maps. Maps showing natural features of the earth such as mountains, plateaus, plains, rivers, oceans, etc. are called physical or relief maps. Second one, political maps. Maps showing cities, towns and villages and different countries and states of the world with their boundaries are called political maps. Third one, thematic maps. Some maps focus on specific information such as road maps, rainfall maps, maps showing distribution of forest, industries, etc. are known as thematic maps. Suitable titles are given on the basis of information provided in these maps. There are three components of maps: distance, direction, and symbol. Distance. Maps are drawing which reduce the entire world or a part of it to fit on a sheet of paper. Or we can say maps are drawn to reduce scales. But this reduction is done very carefully so that the distance between the places is real. It can only be possible when a small distance on paper represent a large distance on the ground. Therefore, a scale is chosen for this purpose. Scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. What is scale? Scale is the ratio between the actual distance on the ground and the distance shown on the map. For example, the distance between your school and your home is 10 kilometer. If you show this 10 kilometer distance by 2 centimeter on a map, it means 1 centimeter on map will show 5 kilometer on the ground. The scale of your drawing will be 1 centimeter equal to 5 kilometer. The scale is very important in any map. If you know the scale, you will be able to calculate the distance between any two places on a map. When large areas like continents or countries are to be shown on a paper, then we use a small scale. For example, 5 centimeter on the map shows 5 kilometer of the ground. It is called small scale map. When a small area like your village or town is to be shown on paper, then we use a large scale, that is 5 centimeter on a map shows 500 meters only on the ground. That is called large scale map. That means in small scale map 1 centimeter 5 centimeter equal to 500 kilometer. In large scale map 5 centimeter equal to 500 meters only. Okay. Large scale maps give more information than small scale maps. Next topic, direction. Most maps contain an arrow marked with the letter N at the upper right hand corner. This arrow shows the north direction. It is called the north line. When you know the north, you can find out the other directions. For example, east, west and south. There are four main directions: north, south, east and west. They are called cardinal points. Other four intermediate directions are northeast, short form NE, and southeast SE, southwest SW, and northwest NW. We can locate any place more accurately with the help of these intermediate directions. Find out the following direction from the figure 4.1. Direction of the community center, the playground from Vikas house. Next question, the direction of school from shops. See this figure 4.1. What they are asking, direction of community center and playground from Vikas house, right? So Vikas house is in south direction, south side, right? So the community center is located in north. Then playground is located in north east, right? Okay. Second question, direction of school from shop. Direction of school from shop. See, where is school? It is in east side, right? Shop, it is in west side. It is straight opposite, right? Okay. We can find out the direction of a place with the help of a compass. It is an instrument used to find out main directions. Its magnetic needle always points towards north-south direction.